Hello, hello, hello.
Guys,
How the dolphin noise are
how are
you?
you? How are you guys?
Happy Valentine's Day. I hope you guys are listening to this before, after, or during getting your back blown out. I'm so proud of you. Even if you're not, if you're sitting at home watching romantic comedies, or if you are at work like, most people will be, thank you for listening to us. Thank you for taking the time to give us some love on this special day. And we wanted to say that we love you. We love you for listening. We love you for being here. We love you for watching, if that's your thing. And I'm wearing I'm wearing actually like a red skim set, but I won't stand up because I just don't want nothing to go wrong with this. Like you can see from the shoulders up that I'm definitely in the Valentine's mood. Aaron is in the chicken salad mood, as you can see.
It's a chicken salad. You
The
guys know this is one of my
iconic
favorites.
chicken salad hoodie, beautiful. I
I
freaking
love it.
love it. How was everyone's weekend? I know it's Wednesday. We guys, you made it through halfway. You're halfway over with the week. I feel like February is literally going by like a ratchet bitch in a Honda Civic. It's literally already
You're right.
14 days. Like, mind you, this is Black History Month, so it's always the shortest month. I think that this is a leap year, but that doesn't mean anything to me because February is just it never has 31 days or 30 days regardless. So I don't know what a leap year is. I'm not interested in finding out, so don't try to explain it to me. But
I was just about to say, but then I think I would, with explaining it, I would probably have more questions, so I'm not.
yeah, they're like every 4 years. And I'm like, okay, girl, is it going to be 28, 29? Is it going to switch it up?
Wait, are we just
Do
gonna
32 days one day.
tomorrow, or
Right, right. Like, I mean, the month is literally like almost over. Then it's going to be March. I'm happy for our friends who live in parts of the world well, not world, country that has terrible weather. Soon, the time is going to change and the weather's going to get a little bit warmer and nothing's going to change for us in Florida. It's just going to get hotter. But, a lot of people deal with seasonal depression. So I hope that in the time changing and the sun not setting so early, I hope you have more daylight and I hope that helps that seasonal depression and you have gotten through another season. So is there any house cleaning that we need to do? Anything that we need to talk about? We don't have any notices right
don't you
now.
have something that you're working on?
I don't know what I'm working on, but I want it to be like approved and solidified first.
Okay.
And then, but it's good. I do. I have something to say. I literally cannot shut the fuck up. That's my problem. And maybe the solution actually. But yeah, so then since we don't have anything else, we can move on to the show, which obviously it's Black History Month. We have our Black Excellence Award to give out. I think it's very obvious who's going to be getting my Black Excellence Award, of course. It's going to be Usher for the Usher concert at the football game that they had. He did his thing 20 years later. Like, it's very weird to see. It's very weird that he's been out so long. He was performing songs from like the 90s, and then he performed songs from 2000s and then in the later 2000s, and he's not even 50 yet. So it's like he was doing amazing things in his life in his teen years, and I'm just like, I'm still like, I'm not a teenager. I'm far from a teenager, but I'm still in my teen years. It's just weird to see how accomplished and amazing he is. He has so many things. He just released an album. The album is really good. He is also working on, a tour. He's coming down here. I might want to go and see him I think he's coming to Miami for 2 nights actually. So that's dope because he did the Vegas residency, didn't go to the Vegas residency because I don't really travel like that. And we first went to Vegas for BravoCon, and there was an Usher concert that I know a lot of the shout out to the Summer House girlies. We love them. Summer House is around the corner, so I'm gonna try to get some Summer House girls on here, okay? But if we can't, don't be mad. But Summer House is around the corner. We'll be tuned for that. But I know that some of them went to the Usher residency in November and went to see Usher when it was BravoCon, and they had a great time. Of course, Usher was grabbing on people's booty as he did Alicia Keys, who she looked good. She looked really beautiful.
Great.
A beautiful gown,
Beautiful
a beautiful bodysuit. Beautiful hair, makeup, styling.
So what about the vocals?
Amazing gowns, and it was a great performance. A nice homegrown, thick cornbread grits ham hock body, goals. It's so weird to see that these people are still they're still young. I don't know. It's something. It's weird to see. Like, they've been such an important part of my life, and they're like, neither one of them are 50 yet. It's weird. It's just weird how time works. Time is just weird in my head. And then there's other celebrities that are just like, they're over 50. Like, Lil Jon is over 50. He did amazing. He doesn't look 50 either. He still has more energy than I'll ever have, like, in my life. It's just so good to see people in general thriving, especially people that we all have certain great memories with. Everyone remembers these songs. You associate these songs with certain parts of your life, and just good vibes altogether. Love the halftime show. It was a little short, I thought, honestly, because he was supposed to do 15 minutes and he bragged about that. I also will say I wanted to see Justin Bieber at the least. But then I thought about it, and I don't know if you guys know, but Justin Bieber, he ended his own tour because of health issues, and then he did the documentary, and we found out that he had even more health issues than we thought initially. And he actually did, it wasn't even a real concert. He did a performance, I'll say, not long ago, and he performed SZA's Snooze, and he did some of his own songs, but it was very intimate. So I think for him to go from ditching his own tour to doing a very intimate performance to doing a stage like the Super Bowl, that's very intimidating, especially if you haven't been out and performing the way that he usually is. Justin's usually at a 10. I still am. I'm a believer. I was definitely with Justin throughout all even his lizard years. That one time that he went to jail and we thought he was a lizard. You remember that video? He was in court and his eyes shined like a reptile, and everyone was saying that he was a lizard man. This is neither here nor there. I don't even want to get into that. I just ignored it. But I was with him through it, and I really thought that he was going to pull through and do, all his little things that he can do with Usher, because that's basically Usher's son in our eyes. But it's okay that he didn't, because Usher did more than enough. He sung.
Right.
He had body, he had fashion, he had choreography, he had features, he had roller skating. Come on.
Amazing choreography.
Right, like Jocelyn Hernandez. He's also opening roller rinks, I think, a couple of roller rinks around the country. So that's an album. You got the Super Bowl. You got the roller skating. You got the tour. He is really on his shit, and that is the epitome of Black excellence. And I do want to be clear that he did an amazing job on Sunday, but that was not the highlight. of
Right.
Sunday.
That was not. But it was one of them. I will say it was one of them because before I heard about everything else, I was like, I am really looking forward to Usher performing. And
Right. That was the only thing on my mind.
half of my Black excellence.
Right.
And then the other half, I think we both share that.
We have to, like, it would just be ignorant and very inauthentic of us
Right.
not to do this.
Not to say Beyonce.
Go
Not
ahead,
to
tell
say
them about it.
Beyonce.
Tell them why.
Because not only did Beyonce drop the Verizon wireless commercial out of nowhere, and I was waiting too. I remember I was like, well, damn, when is it going to come on? And even the Super Bowl was like, you thought this was great. You thought all this other shit was great. Just wait until y'all see the Verizon wireless commercial. And once I seen it, I seen her, and the commercial was about her like trying to break the internet. Yeah, break the internet. So she's doing all these things, and I'm like, Beyonce doesn't even have to do all of this, but it's cute to entertain. So at the end, she says, "Drop the music." So everybody's like, "What music?" I'm messaging them in the group chat, and I'm like, Beyonce said she's gonna drop new music. Like,
I just blacked out.
she's gonna drop new music. When is she gonna drop it? What is she gonna do? So we're just waiting, and I'm looking on Apple Music, I'm looking on Spotify, I'm refreshing the feed, and then all of
I'm on Napster. Like,
I see Beyonce post a Verizon commercial, and then I see her post something else, and that was like 2 posts in a row. So I click on that, and it's her country album promo. And she is dropping a whole ass country album on March 29th. 2024. Yeah. And everybody's like, what? What, my Spice accent? 2024. That's the only way I can say it, guys. C23 2024.
Between that, the Traitor, I can get behind the Traitors accent because that's every week. But with the Spice accent, the 2024, but also when you're like, I almost died.
I forgot. Oh my gosh, guys.
You and your fucking Jamaican accent.
I'm not gonna do that this year, guys, but it's a country album coming. Everybody was surprised. Were you surprised to see it was country?
I wasn't necessarily surprised because when she was at the Grammys, that's what I heard. Because she had on the country hat. A lot of people were saying she's literally letting us know that the next phase is going to be country. What I was surprised about is that we got 2 singles in one night. We got an album date. We got genre, and then we got 2 visualizers. When we literally still don't have shit from the first year. And I'm like, okay, so did she really mean, I guess she really meant like we are the visuals for the first part. And then the second part, she has like a visual in her mind. Like, I don't know what she's doing. I love it.
I don't believe that.
The thing is just like, I'm gonna have to figure out, like, I'm gonna have to sell some stuff. I'm gonna have to get another job. Like, I'm gonna have to, like, we got to get some more sponsors. Like, come on.
Honestly, here's the thing though. Everybody's saying she's gonna go on tour, but I honestly don't believe she's gonna go on tour with this album. I don't think so.
It would be very hard because he just came off of tour.
Type of things where she does the biggest residency and everybody. It's because it's like, this is her first country album. It's a rare experience. She's transitioning into it with us as well, even though she's already worked on this. So I don't think it would be anything like with her going overseas to, like, all these different places to sing a country. Like, I just don't see that. And I could be wrong. She could absolutely do it, but
you don't see her like throwing a hoedown in like 160 different cities.
Yeah, because I feel like this Renaissance tour was so overwhelming. I cannot see her doing a whole nother tour. But then again, it's
I
in
don't know because it's Beyonce.
2025.
Like if we were talking about someone else, oh my God, you know? But when it comes to Beyonce, I'm just like, well, we just finished with
Mhm.
Renaissance. My House just came out. The movie just came out, what, December?
Yeah.
And we're only in February. So, and we have all these visuals, or at least the mood board for the visuals already. So it's like you never know. I just know that I will be working on my Southern accent and reclaiming my Southern roots.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, we have my mom is from Savannah, Georgia, famously. Aaron was born. Please tell them
In
where we were
all,
born. In New Orleans, in NOLA. We live in South Florida, although South Florida is not even a part of Florida, really. Like we really are our own country. It's still the South, and it will be conveniently the South because of this Beyonce country album. I need the attire. I need to change. Like, forgive me for developing a new personality in front of you guys. Like, I want to chew tobacco, drive a
I
truck,
want to do snuff. Yeah.
and kill my husband. I have to find a husband first, but it's like I'm in my Carrie Underwood, Reba McEntire era. And I should have known when Reba McEntire was literally, she had the,
Well, guys. Just wait.
Reba was stepping. She stepped so hard that she took me out of this conversation and pushed me back in.
Yeah. But
But it was just like a lot because I had heard about the Verizon commercial. I had saw her at the Grammys, but I just didn't know, after that I heard that it was going to be a Vegas residency at like the Sphere, because you guys know about like the Sphere. YouTube did like
and even on the commercial,
a
wasn't
concert.
she like on top of the spear?
Yeah. So I thought it was going to be that, she's doing a residency. I'm like, okay, that would make sense. Sure. Why not? But to get Renaissance Act 2, what a treat. I just feel so blessed, especially like it was just 20 minutes after Usher, not even like 12 minutes after Usher performed. She was like beautiful, amazing. But I also have an announcement,
Yeah.
and it was amazing. Like
And I
I'm just
know
so happy.
a lot of people were saying that it dimmed the light of the Usher performance, but
Nah.
honestly, I don't think so because I heard about the Usher performance equally as much as I heard about Beyonce dropping a new album. Maybe something.
I mean, I personally did not. I'll be honest, but I will say that these two things can be true at once. Like people are still talking about the Usher performance, especially because he was getting handsy with Alicia Keys. But
That's what I
also,
heard about the most, Alicia Keys too, and I want to clean up what I said too, because I don't want to critique her because she's an amazing musician.
you didn't say anything. You just asked
Yeah,
me.
I didn't say anything bad, but I feel like
You telling me
and
so.
right now I'm a little tipsy, so I don't know what I said. But if I did say something, I want to make it look.
You didn't say it. You're telling yourself. You're
I'm
telling
okay
yourself.
with Alicia Keys, and humans make mistakes, okay? And that was just one of her mistakes.
Okay. So since you're referencing it, because we did not even bring it up, what are you referring to specifically?
Her screech.
They also the thing about like
And they edited.
They edited it, and that's where I think it's a mistake to do though. Like, okay, she fucked up the first note. That doesn't mean that
Well, why
like
edit it? Too?
why edit it? Like you're literally no, but it's setting a dangerous precedent that like people are not allowed to make
Even
mistakes.
though I'm not gonna lie, if I did that and I was her, I would want that shit edited. I would be like, edit that now. Can you edit that live? Actually, I would.
We would
stop the
literally have
performance.
Lucian edit it like immediately.
I would be like, Lucian, stop the performance.
Lucian, come in this damn conversation and edit it live. No, like she fucked up, and I get that she fucked up, and maybe she didn't want to because it's such a big stage, but it happened. Like And I feel like editing it, especially when we have these conversations about AI and what is real and what is not, and fact checking and things like that, for you guys to go and edit it like in real time, because that by the next day when you look up the performance, it was fine. I'm like, what's going on? I just think it's saying
Somebody
something.
was like,
It's saying something weird.
I kind of feel like it was Blue Ivy. She's like,
She stepped in to
not
manage.
a Super Bowl performance.
I mean, I get it, but at the same time, I feel like we're human. It wasn't that big of a deal.
What really
Like-
just got me was Beyonce, honestly, just sitting there and bopping.
Looking like Dolly
she did not-
motherfucking Parton. Looking exactly like a black Dolly Parton.
Drop a whole ass Verizon commercial.
You know what? Also, oh my god, and I'm so delusional that I'm like, I didn't even realize that it was gonna say like album. Like all I saw was a taxi, so I'm like, I know that she's not about to announce Telephone Part 2 because I saw Gaga, I saw Beyonce. I've been waiting for Telephone Part 2 my entire fucking like ever since Telephone
still
Part
might
1
get it.
came out.
If it's country.
In my head, why not? I feel like that was the like I don't know. I'm just so delusional that I'm like,
what you call?
these are the two biggest pop stars in the world. I've seen both of them live. And when I say that Gaga gets down, y'all know I went to the famous last Miami stop to Gaga's concert. And that girl can sing, dance. Bitch. She is like a white Beyonce, I will say, you know, to a certain extent. Like, she's just so creative. She's so talented. I love when they teamed up twice, video phone and telephone, and we're supposed to have Telephone Part 2. It's like people are like, just shut up, quit asking. It's never going to happen. But I feel like sometimes when you don't give up hope, especially like, why would you decide to put like a taxi in our face and you know that that's like the yellow, like, I don't know. It's just some iconography of telephone was in. That should be my background because she looks so damn good.
Thank you for focusing for those 2 seconds, camera. Shout out to Dispatch. Yeah.
Dispatch, if you want to sponsor us, let us know.
Yeah, because you guys do focus, maybe not all the time, but you guys, when I put that camera like right up there, y'all do focus for like
right up there.
Right up there in that camera and tell them.
I cannot express this enough, y'all.
That's the way we're going to be talking.
Ye motherfucking Hall.
I'm fucking Mater.
Mater?
Well, maybe
I'm
not
Kendrick.
Mater's a villain.
I'm Kendrick. I am Kendrick Tucker, and this is Reality and Comics 2. And I told Kendrick that I'd be studying his accent in order to get my southern accent together, because Kendrick is from Memphis, and that's the country. Shout out to Memphis. That's the real country, and they got the best barbecue.
Right up there in that camera and gives y'all a podcast every week.
And we're gonna have Kendrick on for Black History Month one of these days.
We gotta have Raven on too, because like,
of course, y'all know. We can never like
have Raven and Kendrick on at the same time. We would probably not have an episode. It would just be like an hour of us
giggling hard. Yeah, no discernible conversation at all. Just like references upon references. But yeah, so Beyonce once again broke the internet, broke the world. She's gonna break my wallet. She's gonna. I love her. I just love that woman. That's our Black excellence. You know, it was great. It was a great time. Shout out to Luda, Lil Jon, will.i.am. I don't know why Jermaine Dupri was there.
With his baby doll socks on. I love
the church socks.
I hate those baby doll socks.
Look, yeah, I definitely went on Amazon and was like, church socks. Laced church socks.
Dude, those baby doll ass socks.
It's like I'm stuck between my baby doll ballerina era and my country era.
Yeah. I feel like it's very fitting too. Honestly, for us to wear a cowboy hat, it's very fitting. And I want spurs on my boots.
My problem is I have a big ass head. Like I have a big ass head. So like hats in general are very tricky for me. That's why I always wear like stretchy hats. Like when you guys see me here, it's always like a bucket hat or like a scully. But I'm gonna find me
I'm
that
literally
I'm
gonna be
a
looking at like fucking dirty Dan.
guys, if you are in South Florida, let me know where the best place to cop a cowboy hat is. I know for a fact it's gonna be in Davie, so we might have to I might have to
Oh, I
risk
know
my
for a
life.
fact it's gonna be in Davie.
I might have to risk my life, and if y'all know Davey, y'all know Davey.
He was getting sucked up that crowd.
All I know is they taught us how to square dance in fourth grade, and I had to break it back out. Now that to me, the line dancing thing, I just completely ignored that trend. I would skip every video because I could never learn that. So someone put together a little 1-2 step.
And I heard somebody was like, "It better not be like Tamia's line."
That's what
do not want to do that at all.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Leave it.
Like it's too complicated.
Yeah,
I need
just sing the
something.
song, and I'm just like, you guys do the rest.
I don't even sing the song. I skipped every video. But yeah, so what okay, so I also heard, and I'm not gonna say it though, I just heard that the guy who helped produce Texas Hold'em, which is one of the songs, it was Texas Hold'em and 16 Carriages, obviously. But the guy that helped produce Texas Hold'em, he said that there was going to be a surprise on that album. And a lot of people are speculating that she may have Taylor Swift on it. So we might get a Taylor Swift and Fixed Face, Taylor Swift and Beyonce collab, which, you know, I'll take, because I just hope that this like shuts the discourse up. You didn't mute your microphone, Aaron.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys.
I would like to have. I'm so dead serious when I say I would like to have this collab, because outside of the fans, I genuinely do like Taylor Swift. And I would like to see her collab with Beyonce, and I want this to shut that fan base up, because like, stop. We're gonna be realistic. And you know, so yeah, so it might be a collab. It might be a different person that she collabed with. My dream collab for this album is Gaga, just because they're two powerhouses. And I also saw Gaga in the studio. I don't know if she could get her own solo album. I don't know if she was, but she was in the studio. And that bitch can blow.
A lady A, excuse me.
Lady A.
Yeah.
It's a gold got 3 on.
That's what I want. You know, Beyonce and Faith Hill.
Beyonce and Tim McGraw.
And Faith Hill, yeah, all of them.
And Faith Hill and Lauryn Hill. And Faith Evans.
Well, no.
Oh.
Actually, no.
Okay, sorry. And Hannah Montana.
No, I was gonna say that, yeah. No, for sure Hannah Montana, not Miley.
I need her to put on the blonde wig.
And Hannah.
And zigzag across the flow.
I wish I remember the song so bad. I know.
Shuffle and diagonal when the drums hit. Hands on your hips. 1 foot at 180 twist.
From side to side, move to the left, stick it, glide.
Yeah, if she makes that a part of the album, I can do that dance. Muscle memory.
Knowing Beyonce though, that's gonna be a part of a song.
Like an interpolation. You know what I mean?
At the end.
Disney, and her relationship with Disney. Yeah. Why wouldn't they let her?
They have to. And I want transitions too. I want Hannah Montana to do the transitions.
Whoa, whoa, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What was that?
We should see some.
What fucking episode? Okay. That was perfect. Okay, next on the docket, like, it's been 30 minutes of basically Beyonce and Usher. We have to get into some other
Jersey
things.
Shore.
Okay,
'Cause
Jersey Shore is back.
and I want to remember what I had to say. Like, this.
Well, okay, I'll tell you what happened on the episode, and you can tell me what you're thinking.
Okay. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Because I know that you are all over the place right now, and you saw the episode, so you have a lot of thoughts, and I'm excited because you stopped halfway last season. So we're back. Ronnie isn't there just yet, but we have Sam back, and we haven't really actually started the season yet. This was kind of, when shows, they have that one episode where like it's a side characters episode away from the group. It was exactly like that, and this was mainly about Angelina, who she found out that her dad wasn't her real dad because her mom is actually, no offense, like, she's psychotic. She was joking around with her one day. If you guys haven't been watching the new version of the show, Family Vacation, she was joking around with her one day. She's like, well, your dad might not even be your dad. And Angelina like took that to heart because she would say that her dad, who she's known all her life, would treat her very differently and not really act like her father. And she feels like it's because deep down he knew that, he wasn't really her father. So that's just been a thing that she's been dealing with in general. Her divorce in general from her last husband, her engagement to, I don't know if they're still together. I just know that there's tea about that. Some things happened. And so what happened was Mike the Situation and Angelina got into an argument last season about basically Angelina talking shit about the other girls not showing up to Lauren's store opening. And kind of to smooth that over, Mike the Situation turned into Mike the Investigation. And he ended up extending an olive branch to Angelina by saying, you know what, I'm going to help you find your real father. Because she took the test, she found out that her dad wasn't her dad for real. So the cliffhanger was, Mike helped her and he was like, okay, I have this lady here who's an expert, like a DNA expert. And she said that I found your dad. Do you want to, make contact? So she had to decide whether she wanted to make contact or not. This season picks up and it's, everyone is getting together for the first time in a little bit, probably like a few weeks, honestly, because they're always filming. This shit is never not on. And they are getting together and they're like, oh, Angelina, whatever. So they're like, okay, so I wonder what happened with that. So then they rewind 4 months and we get the story of Angelina going to meet with her aunt, and it turns out to be, she thought she was going to meet with her cousin, her aunt and her sister kind of like looks like her, and they FaceTime her real dad, and they tell the dad like, hey, you have a daughter, and the dad is completely shocked. He's like, stop, fucking with me, basically, and he tells her like, if I knew that I had a kid out there, I was 20 years old, but if I knew I had a kid out there, I would have been a better dad, because the sister is like, he's a very involved dad. So it's a very emotional episode. She meets her sister, her aunt, her dad, and I had a couple of red flags that happened during, the meeting. And it was just basically about Angelina. And the other side note that I wanted to mention is that Snooki, I believe JWoww too, but I forgot JWoww's story. No, or Dina's. It was one of them. But I know for sure Snooki's the one who is adopted. She's actually, you can very clearly see, she's not Italian, she's Chilean. But she's been raised as Italian, so she's transracial. And she is like, that might make me want to find my real family. So that's also a conversation that JWoww and Snooki were having. And yeah, so that is basically the episode. What did you think about everything that went down?
Her dad, Angelina's dad, is a schmuck. I wanted to say that first and foremost. That man is using her And that's what it was seeming. Just based on the questions that he asked. Like the first question was,
Is that a Rolex?
is that a Rolex? And then he went into, well, how long have you been doing the show? And then he's like, oh, you're a money maker. Like, you know, you have the shit going on. And then he just goes off course so many times where I'm like, do you genuinely want to get to know her? And then he's so quick to like be like, oh, I'm the dad. I'm taking on these responsibilities. And you already know when somebody starts doing that, they expect something in return. It just did not seem genuine. It didn't seem authentic. You know, he's like, oh, I'll walk you down the aisle. Like, you just met her. Build a relationship with her first before you say things like that, because then that would seem more genuine. But you're meeting her off the back. You're like, oh, am I going to be the one walking you down the aisle? Like, shit, I don't know. I just met you like 2 seconds ago.
I totally agree. And that was my red flag. It's like, this man wants money. And I want you guys to notice, if you watch it, that they play that kind of like that pause music. That's like, hey, pay attention to what he's saying. And I believe we might get a story later on in the season, or even when they come back, because this was 4 months ago, I believe, that they said on the show that this was happening. So who knows, within those 4 months, did he reveal his true colors? Has he said, like, you know, has he asked her for money? You know, what ended up happening with that? Are they still in contact to this day? Is she cool with the sister? Is she cool with the aunt? Like, what's going on? So when he said, is that a Rolex? And then it's not just, is that a Rolex? Like, okay, cool, you asked the question. But after that, he's like, oh, I wish I'd be able to afford one of those. Sir, I'm your daughter that you just met after not knowing for 36 years you had a daughter. And the first, well, not the first thing, obviously they had a conversation, but you're talking about how you wish you could afford these things and how much I make in the show and all that. And it would be cool if it was off camera, or it would be cool if it was just like a conversation later on down the road. But you should be focused on the most beautiful thing, that you have a daughter who wanted to meet you, who's not mad at you, who is getting to know her sister, getting to know her aunt. And it's just like this amazing thing that's happening. And you're focused on how much money she makes.
Yeah. He doesn't seem like a good guy either. He just doesn't. Like, I don't get Father of the Year vibes from him.
You don't get like Steve Martin vibes from him?
No, not like
I get like Steve Buscemi vibes from him instead of Steve Martin vibes. Steve Buscemi is okay, guys. I wrote an article about this. I used to think Steve Buscemi was Adam Sandler's dad, because on every Adam Sandler movie, Steve Buscemi would be on it. I don't think that they look alike, Aaron. I just thought that he was his dad because
just no, based on like the movie.
Yeah, like.
And then also the sense, like the sense of humor, kind of.
Right. I'm like,
that's where he got his funny from.
And I was just casually in conversations for a lot of my life, just be like, yeah, Adam Sandler, his dad. I love. Oh, did you see that movie? Yeah, Adam Sandler and his dad. Who's his dad? Steve Buscemi. No, Kaya, that's not his dad. It was a lot. I get Steve Buscemi vibes from him, not Steve Martin vibes. Which he's a great father in whatever he plays in, like Bringing Down the House and that movie with Hilary Duff.
Oh, I love that movie with Queen Latifah. I love me some Queen Latifah.
Shout out to Queen Latifah. Late entry Black Excellence Award. Yeah, and Last Holiday. But yeah. Anything else? Any other thoughts on Jersey Shore? Like,
that
what is
really good show? Yeah.
Yes. So as far as the other people, JY went on vacation.
Aren't they always?
She took a separate vacation out the country. She was always gone out the country.
I'm like, isn't this the Jersey Shore vacation?
Yeah, but she was without them. She took a solo vacation with her and her man, I think, and her kids. They went to Italy, and she said the last time that they were in Italy was when
kids at home.
Fuck them kids, exactly. Like, what the hell?
Well, I wasn't trying to say all of that, but yeah.
Well, I'm just letting you know, if and when I have a kid, you already told me, you sent me a alarming video out of literally nowhere. He sent me, and it's fine because that was what it was going to be anyway. But he's like, if you ever have a baby, I'm going to take it and I'm going to raise it. And I'm like, remember you said that? Because when I drop that kid off and I run out house
fact that
with my Honda Civic.
You guys are gonna be like, Aaron has a new kid, and I'm gonna be like, yeah.
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 Fuck them kids. I want to be shaking ass. So I think that the most exciting thing to come is to see where Angelina and her dad leaves off, and also is she still with her fiance, because they had trouble in paradise. I remember reading an article that I think she called the police on him one time, so that was very alarming.
Police. Oh my gosh, I love it.
And as far as anything else, obviously Ronnie and Sam are going to be in the same room for the first time. One thing I will say about Jersey Shore Family Vacation people, them motherfuckers sticks together for real, because Ronnie was showing his ass.
And they invited them right back on, and they're like, let's do a show. Because they know that, listen, we need another season.
At the end of the day.
At the end of the day, shit, I wouldn't be surprised if they bring back the t-shirt shop, like literally next season.
Yeah, well, not even next season. I think this season they might go and I think they tore down the original Jersey Shore house, but they might go and see him again.
Down?
Either that and the t-shirt shop or something. I remember reading about it. Something iconic to Jersey Shore, they tore down.
No, better not.
Guys, I literally flat ironed my hair the other day, and now my skin looks like a waffle iron. Like, I don't know if y'all can see. Hold on.
You wearing yourself?
Yes, like right here.
God.
Literally, but it's shaped like a waffle iron, like a waffle fry. Look at this shit.
Gosh.
Look at this shit. What the fuck do I do about that? Like,
you gotta put some cocoa butter on it. That's what my mama would say.
Yeah, but sometimes that shit don't work.
It don't.
Yeah, we just don't argue. Like, yeah, thank you. I haven't seen my mom yet, because then she like, you need some Neosporin. And I'm like, girl, Neosporin is not.
Isn't that for like itching?
Neosporin cures cancer, like skin cancer, if you ask my mom.
Allegedly.
Listen. So Neosporin.
I don't need anybody running back in saying, hey, on the Bravo, we're black. I heard that.
We are not big pharma. Okay, listen, we don't know. Please. Anyways, what are we even fucking talking about? Oh yeah, okay.
Shout out to Rachel Lindsay too, before I forget. Because she got a bob. And you know she's single now, so that means everything. Like, everything is up now.
So I feel like it's the single girl Bob, right? Like I'm done with my man. Fuck,
like
fuck
the
all
Katie
that.
Maloney bob kind of. Like when she got her bob, you remember?
I feel like Katie, like now looking back into what we're about to see in the new season, which, oh my God, a new episode comes on right after we're done recording. And I heard episode 3 is very good, you guys. So meet us back here on Saturday so we can chat. And oh, thank you guys for showing love to the DirecTV promo. Like, we got over 100 comments on that. Yeah. So thank you guys. We really love you and appreciate you. But I feel like looking back that the Katie Maloney Bob was a coming out Bob, because this season we're going to see her kissing girls.
Oh, well, that shortcut says it all. I'm like, well, either that or she's becoming a welder. Like, whichever.
God, no comment, but yeah.
Katie Maloney did not like that comment, so she kicked us out.
Rachel Lindsay's Bob, because you're the Bob expert.
I would say,
because to me personally, it's a 7.
It's a 7. I'm gonna give her a 10 because I know it's gonna get shorter. This is just the beginning. She has to figure it all out.
Shape it to her face.
Yeah.
She has a really nice facial structure, so she has to find it.
That's my girl. Shout out to Rachel Lindsay.
Hell yeah. Shout out to Rachel Lindsay. We would love to have her. And also, tomorrow, guys, It's actually today. So y'all tell me, because y'all are in the future. Tell me, because we're gonna talk about it. That's gonna be our Tuesday show. Oh shit, we didn't talk about Traitors. We gotta talk about Traitors.
Oh,
But another thing that we will talk about, in addition to Traitors, is Abbott Elementary. But also, we will be talking about probably Love is Blind, because the new season premieres Valentine's Day. Netflix did that on purpose, because if you are having a Galentine's Day, it's great to watch with the girls and the gays and the theys. If you are not getting your back blown out, like this is what
not
you
y'all
do,
getting y'all back blown out to Love is Blind.
or if you are not, but yeah, if you are, that's great. Me personally, I don't get my back blown out. I'm a Virgin Mary.
Right.
But personally, I would be busy watching the show, because even the season that wasn't that good, which was last season, because we only ended up with 2 couples, it was still good. Like, we were still talking about that shit.
Yeah, because at first I was like, I don't know how I feel.
Like, I don't give a fuck about these. And
I don't care about that shit. Fuck that.
Yeah. You
And
literally
then
said
after
that.
a while, I'm like, oh, okay.
Every pop culture episode, we would be here talking
What
about
was
it.
his name? Oh my god.
I don't care.
That was the one before.
That was before, yeah.
This one is
I don't care. Every new season, I make room.
Yeah.
The old cast has to go, and the new cast shuffles in.
Vanessa Lashaya has something for our ass.
You and Vanessa Lachey have been feuding for like years, and she doesn't even know about it.
She doesn't know me at all, but
You guys have not that she doesn't know you. I feel like she doesn't know about the feud. Like, she doesn't know.
She doesn't know me. She's like, who the fuck is that? But one day you're gonna know.
Someone comes up to her and she's like, they're like, what do you think about Aaron's comments about your position on Love is Blind?
I feel a lot better about her, though. I did say that. I did give her a little bit more props, because I said, she's doing what she has to do to give us a good season.
Okay.
I think she should put Carly Red on this season.
I don't have time to dissect that statement. So we're going to have to go to Abbott Elementary, which we just wanted to spend a couple minutes on, and say that it's back. It came back on Wednesday to an hour-long premiere. Hilarious. If you haven't seen it, please go watch it right now. Right now is it's Wednesday, so we will be on episode 2, depending on what time you watch this. It comes on later on at 8 on ABC. The next day is available on Hulu, so if you only have Hulu, you can watch it on Thursdays. Hilarious. 1 hour. What a treat. I wish it was an hour every week. The way that they explained the break was because, there was actually a strike, and a lot of people are coming back to TV because these are the shows that were affected by camera, so they had to save up for more camera equipment. And we saw different people with different cast members, like where they're at in their life, the different teachers and things like that. So Janine, explain where Janine is.
So Janine is right now teaching, and she gets the opportunity to work for the school district. Did I say that right? Yeah.
Yeah, she gets a fellowship.
The school district. And right now she's torn between it, because I want to say she doesn't want to leave Gregory. That's one of the main reasons I want to say, but they kind of like hide it. And she says it's because she doesn't want to leave her students, and she thinks she'll miss the school too much, and she wants to put that first. And she also believes that she doesn't even deserve the opportunity partially. But she ends up taking it towards the end. After Barbara says, like, girl, you better go do it. You can easily come back here if it doesn't work out, or if you want to come back. But it's such a good opportunity. And I'm very happy that they took it, because then this means more of a storyline. And I think this makes it more interesting now that she's working for the district, and we get to see her in this mode.
I don't know. I just feel like it was so early because it's only season 3.
Yeah.
So like, damn, I wanted to see them all in the school again. You know what I mean?
Because
it's only season 3.
I think they didn't want to drag out the whole thing with her and Gregory. Like, I thought that was a great idea to put them on pause again and like show the conversation that they had towards the end, which Ava showed, Principal Ava. She was like, this is what we missed. And it was her admitting her feelings to him and him saying like, pretty much, I'm over that. I'm past it, and I think we should be friends and focus on our friendship. So I kind of like how they transitioned into that while still giving us an explanation of what really happened. Because the whole time I was thinking before they showed that part, well, what happened between her and Gregory? Like,
Cause it was a little bit awkward.
Yeah.
Feeling there.
What are they gonna do? So now that they've explained it, I think I can.
So Gregory is pretty much the same. It's a little bit awkward because she comes back as a person who is a part of the district, but she does teach there 2 times a week, and she has a substitute. They added a few new characters on there. Manny is the one that I remember because he's the one from the district who recruited her for the fellowship program. I just wanted to say he's fine as hell, and I think that he is also going to be a love interest by the way that they kind of introduced him. And that's what I did like about it. The introduction of new characters and also the introduction of a fine man. But Gregory's still fine. Also, he is teaching Principal Ava. She went to Harvard and she got her education degree via Education Connection, and that was so funny. Like, I laughed so hard because I remember Education Connection. I'm just like, what? But she was technically within the confines of Harvard, so we see her in a Harvard sweater. And if you notice the sweater, the A and the V and the A are highlighted to say Ava. So I thought that was just such a unique, hilarious, nice touch. So she kind of loses some of her personality because she's trying to take her job as a principal seriously. And then they end up getting her to be old Ava again by playing Juvenile's Back That Ass Up. And it's very relatable because once you hear Back That Ass Up, it's like you
forget everything.
Yeah, like let's see you're back to yourself.
I'm taking back to 99 and 2000.
Exactly. Mrs. Howard, she, getting gearing up for another school year. She doesn't really have much faith in her, nor Miss Chimenti, has much faith in the district people because they always come. They have these new ideas. They say things are going to change and they don't change. But she's the one who, encouraged Janine to take the fellowship. But she, is rearranging her desk and she has faith in Manny and Janine and people actually like making a difference. Like, God bless teachers. In general, like, thank you. If we have any teachers, thank you so much for all that you do for our children. Children are literally the future. You guys don't get paid enough. And a lot of people lives change because they met a certain teacher or they figured out what they wanted to do or a teacher was nice to them. Just shout out to you guys in general. Miss Chimenti, her and the vending machine guy, they're together, but he wants marriage. She doesn't. She's thinking that he's not really going to propose. He's just making like jokes about marriage. And they had a cameo from Jalen Hurts. I'm going to tell y'all what happened for Career Day because Janine put on Career Day. Jalen Hurts, on behalf of Mrs. Chimenti's boyfriend, proposes to Miss Chimenti, and Miss Chimenti actually says no. So Miss Chimenti and her boyfriend actually break up. It was sad to see, but I have a feeling that later on she'll change her mind. So that was sad, but it was, important. I was just telling them about Miss Chimenti breaking up with her boyfriend because she didn't want marriage.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And then who else do we have?
Did we say Barbara?
Yeah, Miss Howard.
Oh, okay. Oh, because I forget their names. I call them by their first names.
I call her Shirley Ralph. That's what my mom calls her. Yeah. Shirley Ralph. I'm like, okay, but her name on the show is different.
Moisa Mama.
Okay, we have Jacob and Mr. Johnson. Hilarious, great, hilarious duo as usual. Jacob wanted Mr. Johnson because everyone got someone for career day to talk to the kids. So Jacob wanted Mr. Johnson to talk to his kids because, as you know, Mr. Johnson has lived 1,000 lives, and I think we all know someone like that who literally is always in a different career, always has these different experiences. And he just tells these weird ass stories about how one time he was elected to Congress, how one time he was in the mafia. It was just hilarious. So yeah, we have Janine and Gregory. I still feel that they're in game, like Aaron said, that I didn't think about that. Since she's a part of the district now, it kind of puts a pause on the whole romance story. So that's a great point that you brought up. We have Mrs. Howard, going about her life. Miss Sheminti is single now. Principal Ava is back to herself. Jacob and Mr. Johnson are a funny duo, and it comes on every Wednesday. Y'all check it out. We will be covering it. We love it so much. The last thing that we have to address here, obviously, is, can you tell the people? Can you do the accent?
Traitors.
Thank you. And Traitors was good as fuck as usual. Tell the people what happened on Traitors.
I was doing the timestamps.
I feel like I'm just doing all the talking.
Guys, we're doing timestamps, by the way.
I'm doing timestamps.
Oh, you're doing them too?
No, I'm literally texting the group chat every time we.
Okay. Guys, yeah. So Traitors is really.
Guys, wait, hold on. Announcement. That's the part of the. We're doing timestamps, and that's why we're a little bit distracted. Every time we change subjects, we're doing timestamps. And I was doing timestamps, but Aaron kept looking down, so I'm like, okay. And then he just told me that he's doing timestamps. Yeah. So then that's why we're a little distracted while changing subjects. But I'm glad that we were both doing it.
Transitioning, yeah.
This is the last part. This is Traitors. Good episode. We had a beautiful housewives moment. I think that was really the highlight of the episode when they took the torches and they had to figure out who's gonna be up for elimination and who's not.
And then you have the option to save one person. So Phaedra's choice, Sheree's choice was Phaedra, and I absolutely love that. And it also kind of brings me back to my point where I do feel like Phaedra and Sheree have discussed that Phaedra is a traitor behind the scenes, because that's what it's giving me. Phaedra's like, so? I'm a traitor. I'm trying to get everybody out, and then towards the end, I'll save you. So it could just be like, us two, or maybe we'll take down one person together and see how far we can make it. So I think that's what they have arranged. I was really happy to see Parvati didn't go home too.
By the skin of her teeth, not yet.
Not yet. And I don't think she's going home, honestly.
Really?
I don't. I think Parvati is very good, and honestly, at this point, I would hate to see her go home, because I think she fought
for her life, so you respect it?
Yeah, I respect it.
You still want your show to go home?
Oh, absolutely. And I laughed so hard when
she cried because CT didn't
pick her.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah. I was like, yeah.
Pick me up.
Why would you pick me? And I'm like, yeah, you need to go home. Peter needs to go home too. I want Peter to go home so bad.
Well, okay, that's what I wanted to know. Were you shocked that Peter did not agree to be a traitor?
Yes and no. Yes, because I wanted him to pick it. So I was like, I can't believe you. But no, because I know he's playing the game smart.
I just didn't know that it looked like I
also thought that if he didn't choose to be a traitor, that they could still send his ass home. That was the impression that I was under. And then when they were like, no, you can't send him home. I was like, well, what the fuck is the point of this?
You can't murder anyone. Yeah. So since he didn't accept to, be a part of the Traitors, they said that you couldn't murder anyone, and they continued the game.
That's bullshit. And I would have told him that. That's
Yeah.
ass. Like, I can't believe that.
Especially if I was poverty, because I'm basically like, I'm out. I'm ass out. Like, everyone fucking knows I'm a traitor.
I would have sent his ass home.
And if I couldn't have sent him home that next day, I would have been like, yeah, so Peter got invited to be a traitor.
But then you would have told them.
Well, I don't care. I'm taking both of us down.
Yeah.
Since we can't go both of us.
Yeah. But he got already told to. He told his team, and he's playing it very smart, because if that were to happen, his team could be like, well, we already knew that girl.
What I do like, though, is that we have Peter, but then when Sandra started taking the little balls from the billiards table, the pool balls, and she was explaining, okay, so then it's 5 of us and 7 of us, and they said,
What are you guys talking about?
Yeah.
Nothing.
She was strategizing, and it was very interesting. And I'm like, okay, so we have someone that's on the level of Peter that's going to be able to keep this shit together. And she's staying in the game for a long time. So I'm glad about that.
But now it seems that Sandra is straddling the fence a little bit.
What do you feel about no one? Okay, I keep seeing the meme of MJ, like just standing there when she's like, I don't want to be left out. And they're like, you have to go. And they close the door after her. I'm like, okay, why do y'all do MJ?
I don't know why MJ thought that she was going to be the person to sit in the conversation.
Yeah, okay, I didn't know why she thought that, but I could see why she thought that Sandra was going to save her. But she didn't.
Because MJ's not that useful. She's not. I like her, but she's not. She's not that useful.
But in what, like, I love Shuri. I want to be clear. But how
She's good at the activities.
Is she?
Because
she got snatched up into the tree.
She did get snatched up in that tree. But aside from that, she's athletic. She can keep up, and she's good at the other activities.
You know what I think it is? I don't think it's none of that. I think it's because Shuri's kind of threat. Because Shuri's just pure luck.
Yeah. But I think MJ is the same with her too. But I also think that people are easily annoyed with her for some reason, and I don't know why that is.
She doesn't even say anything. She doesn't do anything.
She just stands there, and they're like, "Oh my god, you're so annoying." And I'm just like, "Well, damn."
At first, I agreed. I'm sorry when Kevin told her that. I'm sorry. I didn't truth bomb, but when he first said that, I agreed. But now it's like she doesn't do anything. And I felt bad when they kicked her out of the room, because not only did they kick her out of the room, but they also closed the door behind her.
Because she didn't stand her ground. I would have literally sat in that room, and I wouldn't.
I would have been like, no, speak freely.
Or go to another room.
Right.
I would have literally followed them in every room.
And I would have been talking to the camera like, hey, y'all see this shit? Like, is this allowed? I would have broke the fourth wall. What the hell? They're trying to kick me out. Is no one going to intervene?
The fuck, bro? I'm tired of them always trying to do this stuff. Always trying to kick me out of the room and stuff.
Blue kicked me out of his room. But yeah, so another good episode. Okay, I will say that I thought that it was staged until Phaedra got snatched up, because I was like, there's no way in hell. Like, okay, Sheree can see it because she's athletic. But I'm like, there's no way in hell that they're gonna get Phaedra Parks in a net and snatch her. Like, and I'm like, if they do, we won't be able to see her. Like, it'll magically cut or something.
That was a stunt double.
They literally snatched Phaedra's ass up, and I knew it was real because she was like, she took the tone of my mom. She was like, okay, well, y'all gotta get me down now. Like, she was like,
Missy Baby was literally the stunt double.
As soon as they snatched Phaedra up, she was like, okay, get me out of this shit now.
You know what? But watching this episode made me realize I want Natalie Nunn that season.
Natalie Nunn, Jocelyn Hernandez.
I want Natalie Nunn so bad so she can say my favorite line because I'm watching Baddie South again, where she's like, "You give a bitch all this life and look what the fuck they do," and it's so true.
Is that why you posted
Look
that?
what the fuck she did.
You were gonna find a way to work that in today somehow.
Look what the fuck she did.
Who is she referencing then? Sarah?
That was Sarah.
Yeah, Sarah.
And she was like, "How about some Southern hospitality? I thought we were in the South." That is my girl. Oh my God.
Y'all can say whatever y'all want about Natalie Nunn. You can't say that she's not entertaining, period.
You can't.
Okay.
What needs to be on?
Traitors. Do you think that she'd go far though?
Absolutely.
Do you think she will be a traitor or faithful?
A traitor.
You want everyone to be a traitor.
I want Natalie, but then at the same time, people would guess it. Because if I was a faithful and it was like Natalie Nunn, I would be like Natalie Nunn. Natalie Nunn is the traitor.
As usual, we're gonna do our predictions, and we would like to know your predictions. I think that should be our poster before we end. Who do you think is going home next episode out of the 5 people that are up for eviction? We'll call that. I know it's Bergie, it's MJ, it's Trishelle. Because I want her to go.
Trishelle. I want her to, yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, I'm like putting that energy that I'm manifesting it.
The traitors get together. Peter has to go.
By any means necessary.
They let me put that cloak on my head. He's out of here. I'm not even going to walk all the way up to the room. I'm going to be like, here's my phone. Put it in there.
You're not going to go to the room.
I'm going to have this shit already filled out. Peter. That's who we're sending home.
I'm going to purposely spell his name wrong. Put P-E-T-R. Like, you just see it.
He's going home. He's going home. No, he has to go.
That is so
good. He's too strategic, and it's making me sick.
It's making me nervous because I feel like he's gonna win. I just had to say it out loud.
What really pissed me off is when that man, chose what's his name? The old guy,
John.
When John chose Peter to save, I was like, you should have chose Parvati. Because literally, she's the one that was with your ass the whole time doing this whole exercise.
Parvati thought that Phaedra was going to choose her. Parvati thought that she had it made in the shade.
You choose Peter? Like,
see, this is called Traitors for a reason.
Would Peter have chose you?
No. I'm going to answer it for you, no.
Because I don't think so. Even though he says, "Oh, I would have."
No, this man is goody two shoes. This man is Superman, not even Batman, because even Batman got edge.
Joel Osteen. That's what he is.
Hey, okay, so we'll be back for the Bravo episode. I love you guys. We love you guys. Happy Valentine's Day. Give us some love. Happy Black History Month. Let us know who you think is going home on Traitors. Let us know what your also let us know which one of the new Beyoncé singles do you like more, 16 Carriages or Texas Hold'em? Me personally, it's Texas Hold'em. What do you think?
I would say 16 Carriages.
Okay, and we hope that you are having a great week. Aaron, is there anything else you want to say?
No, that's it. Oh, subscribe to our Patreon because we just reviewed the season finale of Love After Lockup and Baddies, and we will be talking about the Baddies reunion later this week too.
Absolutely.
And maybe something else. What else?
We'll find some shit. I can talk about it.
Yeah, some we're gonna have something. So subscribe. It's always something good.
Yeah.
And yeah, love you guys.
Love you guys. Bye.
Bye, y'all.